Hey, Foxy Hustlers, how you guys doing? So we are going to talk building a recruiting culture, how to build leaders. That is the highest peak of the leadership triangle that you got going on. That's where everybody wants to get to, is how to build leaders. And then you'll eventually teach your leaders how to build leaders. So the pinnacle of it is creating other leaders. That's how we measure our leadership. And these are some starters to making that happen. Okay. So there are 4 things that we're going to talk about this week. The first one to building a recruiting culture is you need to have a positive team culture. So you don't bitch down. Literally, you never say negative about anything, not your life, not your, not anything, not your business, not anything to your team down until you have built a positive relationship with that person and their business in a stable place. You do not say anything negative down, for sure. You also have to watch your tone of voice and how you're talking to people. There's this thing where what we think in our mind about a person doesn't always come through in our voice and our tone of voice. And so you really have to watch and make sure that when you're training and when you're helping someone, that you are speaking to them in a manner that you would kind of speak to someone in elementary school. That's the way I say it. Not like they're stupid, but like there's no potential way for them to understand what they don't know. And so watching that tone of voice really helps. Learning who they are, treating them as an individual person as opposed to a number. That is a huge thing. Happy consultants bring more people to the team. That's just the way that works. So if they like their team culture, then they are going to bring more people along. If they do not have a positive team culture, they will not recruit. So keep the toxicity out and bring only positive and happy in, and you will start to see people grow as leaders because they want people to come along with them on their journey. And then learning what they need. What specifically is it about recruiting that's tripping them up? Okay. The second thing we're going to talk about is having a team identity. So we as the Foxy Divas, we have a team identity, we have a team culture, but each individual team within the umbrella needs to have a identity as well. And so you guys will be creating your team identity. Some ways that you can do this is having a team hangout. Right now, we can do that very easily on Zoom. You can do group challenges versus other teams. So one of the tasks this week is going to be choosing a group challenge, and you will go up against another team. You guys challenge each other. Have your groups tap them and say, hey, what do you guys want to do? Let's challenge this other team. Let's try to beat them. Let's try to call more people to them this week. Let's do this. That unites everyone together as an individual while never putting down another team. And having a team mission statement. So all of you believing in the same exact mission is the most important thing that you can do. So the Foxies, we all walk together as one because we have that mission in common. So create your own team mission. Everyone's still going to fall under the Foxy mission, but have your own team mission too, and create your own team identity. So inspiration is number 3. You can inspire, you can't motivate people, but you can inspire them. So inspire them. Why should they recruit? That's something that you should talk about. What is the purpose of recruiting? If the purpose of recruiting is only for self, then typically that person may recruit a lot, but they may not produce. And so you have to really focus on the why behind the recruiting. Recognize big. Recognition, constantly, all the time, recognition, focusing on your team and their wins all the time. Patience with learners, growing patience, not only learners, but things around you, life around you, patience within yourself. Those are things that we're going to work on. Those are huge leadership skills, is obtaining that patience. Compliment everything all the time. Hey, you did that really well. Hey, you did that training really well. Great job. Let them know that they did a lot of hard work this week. Complimenting them is incredibly important. Every team win is about them, not about the leader, but it is about the team and the people on the team. It's never about the leader. And that is a huge piece to having a recruiting culture, because when you are recognizing them for the wins, you take the losses, and the losses are your fault as a leader, but the wins are the team's. So that's how that works. And then number 4, you're going to identify team members to mentor. They're not advanced consultants yet, but they want to be. Okay, they're hungry. Maybe they want to help with everything. Maybe they are maybe they're doing every single thing that you say they're going to do. Who wants to lead? Who wants to be a helper? Who can be a part of your own forum? Okay. So when you start to have leaders, you'll start to have a team forum as well, where you guys come together and you talk about things to do in your individual team. And so those are the things we're going to be working on this week. Number 1, your first task, there's 4 tasks this week. The first task is to filter your conversations. Make sure that everything that you are talking about in every single conversation with your team is positive. If they are talking about something negative, change the conversation to something positive. Do not get in a negativity spiral. It's especially easy right now. This is a place of business, and professionalism is of the highest importance when we are dealing with such adversity outside of it. We need to keep things positive in those conversations. Ask what they need from you in their business right now. Ask what they need in their business right now. So task number 1, filter your conversations to all positive, and make sure that you're asking what each team member needs from their business right now. The second task is put together a team hangout. Okay, so whether it be on Zoom, you guys can all hang out and talk about how you can challenge another team to beat something or other. Okay, so do a team hangout and talk about how you're going to win the challenge. This week we are pitting Shayna versus Megan and Keisha versus Rebecca. So your teams will be going head to head in something. So you guys need to decide what that challenge is this week, and then put a team hangout together to make sure that you guys are all on the same page. So that's task number 2. Practice patience building conversations. I have an article that I want you to read. And so you'll read that article, and then you will comment your biggest takeaways, one way that you have patience and one way that you can improve on patience. Okay. And so make sure you're doing that, having those patience building conversations. I want you guys to do some recreations of those conversations. So let's say you're going to do a role play in video form in the private message. Okay, so Shayna can come on and say she can act like she's a team member, and then someone can respond to her in the way that a leader would respond and mentor in that situation. So we'll do some of those role plays this week. So that's task number 3. The patience building. That's task number 3 is reading the article and responding. And task number 4 is the role playing with team members. Task number 5, there are 5 tasks. I apologize. Put together your future leader squad. You're literally just going to identify these people and ask them if they want to be in your future leaders program, basically. So you're going to create your own future leaders program within your team. And over the next coming weeks, I'm going to help you learn how to mentor new people into leaders with practice and, practicality, hands-on work. Okay, so I'm super excited. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see the role plays. And I will come back in with some soft suggestions about how to improve as the week moves on.